Yo, what's up with y'all? We back at it again with another reaction. Early morning, getting these reactions done for y'all niggas. We reacting to Tesla Autopilot in extreme situations. Teslacam stories 125. I guess this is episode 125. Let's see. Now, I've been wanting to see this shit. I'm not gonna lie. I want to see how them Teslas act when they're under pressure, you feel me?
15 insane real-life scenarios showing how Tesla Autopilot reacts in extreme situations and crashes.
What the fuck?
Let's go.
That's not a Tesla though.
Austin had lent his Model 3 to his friend Missy, who was driving it on the highway in Columbia, South Carolina. Traffic suddenly came to a complete stop, and Autopilot immediately activated the automatic emergency braking and sounded the forward collision warning. Up ahead, cars were swerving all over the road trying to stop in time. The driver of a Jeep even headed
that's
out
crazy.
into a field in order to avoid an accident. Unfortunately, a driver behind Missy wasn't paying attention and evidently didn't have any forward collision avoidance system. They rear-ended the pickup truck directly behind her at full speed.
Nah, that shit is crazy. At least the Tesla, bro, the Tesla worked.
Public records for information about the accident, but nothing was reported, which hopefully means nobody was seriously injured.
Nigga, what? Someone had to die from that.
Tristan was driving his Model 3 in Waynesville, Ohio. He was stopped at a red light when the driver of a red Chevy sedan waited to apply the brakes until he was only about 15 feet away from crashing into Tristan at 50 miles per hour.
Oh,
The Tesla's
shit.
emergency lane assistance system activated and kept him in his lane. Without that, he would have crossed into the oncoming lane and risked getting hit head-on.
Oh,
As Tristan
shit.
rolled toward the center
That
line,
nigga
we can see the
clapped you.
Autopilot engaged and steered the Tesla to the right. Tristan's hands weren't even on the wheel after the impact. Tristan sustained a minor concussion, but the driver of the Chevy fared worse and was taken away in an ambulance. Thankfully, he did survive the crash.
That shit
The
got
police report
clapped, my
indicated
nigga.
that the other driver had been distracted by his cell phone.
That's
the damage
tough.
to the Chevy was extensive, but the damage to the Tesla initially appeared to be only cosmetic. In the end, the repair bill came to $16,000. The Chevy driver's insurance provider is picking up the bill, and Tristan has been told that the repairs will take around 4 months to complete since the body shop is so backed up. Josh was driving his Model 3 with Autopilot engaged in Arvin, California, when the driver of a BMW suddenly changed his mind about taking an exit when he noticed traffic was stopped on the exit ramp. The BMW driver lunged back onto the highway by driving over the median and crossing several solid lines. Unfortunately, they merged back onto the highway exactly where Josh was driving his Tesla.
Oh,
Autopilot
shit.
reacted by sounding an alert and braking.
Nah,
Josh
if the
made
car
an
did that on
evasive
his
maneuver
own.
by darting over into the left lane.
Oh,
Josh
he
is
did that.
confident that Autopilot saved both him and the other driver from getting into an accident that night.
It was alright.
Stephen and his family were driving their Model Y over
I
the
coulda
hills
did
of
that
West
on my own.
Virginia toward Pittsburgh,
Without the autopilot.
Pennsylvania. Autopilot was engaged and following traffic at 70 miles per hour in the left lane. Just as they were about to pass a semi-truck, the driver started to drift into the left lane. The truck barely missed the car in front of Stephen before slamming into the concrete barrier.
Nah, what the
Autopilot
fuck?
safely stopped behind the semi-truck before pulling around the trailer. Stephen stopped and talked with the driver, who was fine. He also contacted the company who owned the truck based on the driver's information and told them he had video footage of the accident. They never replied to him, but Stephen heard later from the police that the truck driver was ticketed for driving too fast.
Bro, these truck driver things, bro, these niggas think they in a small car, bro. These niggas be thinking they could drive on any lane.
Self-driving beta.
Let me just say that, bro. You fucking truck drivers gotta stay on that slow lane, my nigga. Cause y'all, bro, that big ass shit, y'all think y'all niggas can fit anywhere. Y'all gotta cut that shit out.
Program. As he was driving
Real
in downtown
shit.
Albuquerque, New Mexico, his
Almost
Model 3
killed this
stopped at a
nigga.
stop sign just in time to capture a person riding on a bicycle seated backwards. Tim thinks the FSD system was just as bewildered as he was at the site. He said they had a good laugh and continued on their way. I'm not sure if this means Tim had a passenger in the car, or maybe he meant that he laughed along with his Tesla. I gotta say, the FSD beta sure seems wild. Jonathan was driving down US Route 101 on his way home from work when the driver of a gray Honda cut him off. He switched over to the middle lane since his exit was about to come up. Behind him in the distance, he noticed a gray Dodge Journey cut off a semi and start to catch up to him.
Going
At the same
stupid.
time, traffic was backing up, so Jonathan started to slow down.
He better
All
slow
of a sudden,
down.
traffic came to a complete stop, and Autopilot detected that Jonathan wasn't going to stop in time. Autopilot applied the automatic emergency brakes, and the Tesla came to a complete stop. The Dodge didn't even bother slowing down and rear-ended Jonathan, causing him to hit the Lexus in front of him twice. Jonathan suffered a concussion from this accident, but at least he was able to walk away from it.
Nah, that's
Jonathan
tough.
called 911 immediately, and when first responders arrived, a police report was made and his car was towed away to a body shop. The California Highway Patrol officer who took the report tried to blame the accident on Jonathan, saying that he'd merged between them in stop-and-go traffic. But his Teslacam footage proved that this wasn't the case. The
No
repairs to
cap.
Jonathan
Fucking cop trying to suck dick, my nigga. That's crazy. Y'all seen what the cop tried to do? This nigga didn't even know what happened. He already explaining to the cops what happened. Like, my nigga, you don't know what, bro. If I was Jonathan, I would have sued him for trying to lie on my name. Like, it's a good thing, bro. Elon Musk, he got us, my nigga. Believe in Elon.
Tesla ended up costing $18,000 US due to significant damage to the frame.
Oh, nah, that's not good.
Chu
Damage
was
to
driving
the
his
frame
Model
is
3
not
with
good.
Autopilot engaged in Taiwan. Just as he passed a truck hauling portable toilets, the truck's front left tire blew out and it entered Chu's lane.
Oh, shit.
Chu told us that, if we look closely, we can see the Tesla swerve twice. The first time, Autopilot automatically swerved to the left. The second time is when Chu took control and swerved again before speeding away.
Nigga, Chu was scared.
DV Dude was heading south on
Chu
I-95
was losing
in
his
Daytona
mind.
Beach, Florida. He admits he was going 90 miles per hour with Autopilot engaged, which is the maximum speed setting for Autopilot on freeways, when a semi-truck drifted into his lane. Autopilot applied the brakes and swerved onto the shoulder to avoid the truck.
That was a good save.
Lane departure avoidance was also
Nah, that was a good
active,
save by the
set to
Tesla.
assist.
Keep
Lane
in mind, bro,
departure
this is
avoidance
all on
will either warn
autopilot.
you or assist with
That was a
corrective
good-ass
steering
save.
when your vehicle starts to drift out of the lane without a turn signal. As the Tesla drifted over the yellow line, lane departure avoidance applied corrective steering back toward the truck, but DV Dude intervened and prevented an accident. He described it as a butt-clenching moment. Luckily, the only damage sustained
I
was
bet,
to
my
his
nigga.
nerves, so he made an
This nigga got no
unscheduled
hands,
supercharger stop
hitting
to take a
100,
breather.
bro. I'll be scared as shit.
Hi Joe was driving his Model 3 with Autopilot engaged in Germany. The driver of an Audi that had been stuck behind another car in the right lane suddenly changed lanes without using a turn signal.
Damn.
Autopilot sounded a collision warning and engaged.
Fuck is
automatic
wrong with that
emergency
nigga?
braking.
Yo, I hate when
Hi
people
Joe
do
managed
this.
to avoid a wreck by moving to the opposite side of the road.
It's like they waiting for you to get closer to them so they can merge. Bro, like,
nearly hitting
people
another
like
car
that don't
was
deserve
already
whips, my
there.
nigga. Real shit.
In this next clip, George was driving his Model 3 with Autopilot engaged in Fort Pierce, Florida. Let's watch it in multicam. As soon as George merged onto the highway, an ambulance turned on its lights and stopped right in the middle of the road. George had no idea what was going on, and Autopilot reacted before he did. When he tried to slam on the brakes, the pedal was already all the way to the floor, and the car was steering itself onto the right shoulder. George says if Autopilot hadn't reacted before he had, he's sure he would have crashed.
Nigga, George. Yo, George, you just a casual, my nigga. I seen this shit from a mile
Turned
away.
on its lights and stopped right in the middle of the road. George
Look at
had
this
no
shit.
idea what was going on, and Autopilot reacted before he did. When he tried to slam on the brakes, the pedal was already all the way to the floor.
Nah, that
and the
truck
car
is
was
bugging,
steering
though. That
itself
truck
onto
kept
the
going.
shoulder.
That
George
nigga didn't
says
give a
if
fuck about
Autopilot hadn't
George.
reacted before he had, he's sure he would have crashed. Everything had happened so fast that he had to watch the Teslacam footage just to figure out what had happened.
George is a
The
fucking
ambulance
bot,
stopped
my nigga.
because it had passed
Do not be like George, bro. Keep your eyes in the fucking road, my nigga.
the accident it was headed to. On the right, we can see a police car with its lights on and a van in the grass. The ambulance turned its lights on and stopped while everyone else on the road was moving at highway speeds, which was extremely dangerous.
Look at this shit. That truck was not letting up. That nigga was, he had to
Nick
be
was heading
somewhere.
out for a night of bowling and made a right turn before engaging Autopilot. He was approaching an intersection and had a green light. The vehicle coming the opposite way made their left turn with plenty of space. But as he got closer to the intersection, another oncoming vehicle started to turn as well with a lot less room. Nick reached for the steering wheel, afraid that Autopilot wouldn't react quickly enough, but right before he got his hands on the wheel, Autopilot swerved to the right while slowing the Tesla down. Once Autopilot realized the car was stopping, the car accelerated.
Bro,
and
the
got
car
out
was
of the
going
intersection.
slow, so
Nick says it was definitely
he could have
an
seen that
oh-shoot moment, but that he's thankful his Tesla reacted as quickly as he did.
Yeah, oh shoot moment. It wasn't that big.
Patrick was driving his Model 3
But he
down
could have
a highway
crashed.
in
He could have
Denmark.
crashed.
Two highways were merging together, and Patrick stayed in his lane as he continued straight ahead. A semi-truck on his left started to merge into his lane, but Patrick had a student driver in front of him, so he couldn't speed past the truck, nor did he have time to slow down. The Tesla sounded a warning, and even though Autopilot wasn't engaged, Patrick says he isn't really sure if he actually performed this evasive maneuver. All he knows for sure is that an accident was avoided. Kevin was driving his Model 3 home with Autopilot engaged in Los Angeles, California, when traffic slowly came to a stop. Autopilot slowed down, and the BMW behind him appeared to also slow down in time, but then it rear-ended him twice. Kevin says he could see she'd been using her phone just prior to hitting him. They pulled over at the next exit to exchange contact information. It took around 3 months for Kevin's Tesla to get fixed. He didn't file a police report since he had video footage of the accident. The other party's insurance provider accepted full responsibility. Thomas was driving his Model 3 with Autopilot engaged in Germany. It was a stormy night, and after a 5-hour drive, there were suddenly trees on the highway. Autopilot didn't react, so Thomas had to swerve manually. He thought that was odd and sent along a reminder to always be alert, even when using Autopilot. David was driving his Model 3 with Autopilot engaged on I-5 in Tacoma, Washington. There was heavy traffic, and when the lane on his left got backed up, the driver of a Prius made an evasive maneuver into David's lane to avoid rear-ending the SUV in front of it. All David remembers was hearing his Tesla's alert sound and seeing blue. He grabbed the wheel and pulled to the right, and he could feel Autopilot turning the wheel as well. He had to pull on the wheel pretty hard to fully avoid the accident, so he considered it a team effort. He's thankful that Autopilot was there for him when he needed it most. David also thanked us for the show, and he said that when he meets people and they see he has a Tesla, they sometimes ask him about Wham Bam Teslacam and if he's ever been Honda bumped. He politely replies,
What the fuck is this nigga saying, my nigga?
Just you wait, David.
Speaking of waiting, it's time to announce the winner of our last joke competition. Why
Bro,
this
what
guy
the
was
hell?
attacking cars with a lawnmower
What
on
the
highway.
fuck?
And the winner is why this guy
nigga was on the highway with a
was
lawnmower.
attacking cars with a
The fuck
lawnmower
is
on
wrong
the
with that
highway.
nigga?
And the winner is Quentin with the joke. Person with the lawnmower took cutting across traffic to the next level. Congrats on the new hoodie, man.
That
Maybe
shit
we're
was ass.
promoting this hoodie because we sell almost none of them, but they're epic and they open a lot of doors. Imagine pulling into a Tesla service.
Alright, that's the end of the video, guys. Let me know what y'all think about the Tesla Autopilot system. I mean, from the videos that we've seen, they weren't that serious. If you was to pay attention to the road and not your phone, that shit would not be happening to you. Real shit. So, that's all I'm gonna say. But, and Elon we trust, bro. Elon is a GOAT. I'm gonna just say that. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I'm out of here.